Pesachim Daf Yud Ches. Today's email comes from Daniel Carlos. He thanks his brother Warren for introducing to the shir, and he says an amazing thing. He said when his brother convinced him to do the daf, he stopped right then and there, and he started doing the daf, and he didn't say, I'm going to wait for the next Masechta. He just did it right then and there, and he's still with us. So thank you, Warren, and thank you, Daniel, for writing the email. We have an amazing halacha. We know the concept of meichatos. You take a para aduma, you take the ashes, and you mix it into water, and that water has the ability to be mitayr somebody who's tmei meis. Yet the person that touches the water and sprinkles that person that's tummy, he himself becomes tummy. In other words, the water of mechatas are avatuma. They just have the ability to mitayr someone. So what happens if a cow drinks this water, and within 24 hours you shech the cow, you open up the cow, and you find the water in there? The Tanna Kama says the meat of the cow becomes tummy because they touch the mechatas, the avatuma. However, the hands of the person and the knife are not tummy. Rabbi Yehuda argues and he says that the tumah is batal. Once the water goes into the cow, it's no longer mechatos, doesn't have the ability to be metam. L'chayri, you see from here, since Rabbi Yehuda says that there's no tumah at all, shouldn't there be some sort of tumah, even a lighter tumah? As the tumah of the mechatos dissipates, it should hit the part, so to speak. It should give him a little tap and say, okay, you're not a tumah chamura, but you're a lighter tumah. And from the fact that we don't say that, you see that Rabbi Yehuda completely retracted his shita, and he says not only does this water not have the ability to be metama kli, it doesn't have the ability to be metama food as well. Yet you could explain that when Rabbi Yehuda says that this tumah is batal, he doesn't mean completely. He meant the extreme tumah of ava tumah is batal. But yes, you're right, the meat does remain tameh. And the brisa, the entire brisa would be going according to Rabbi Yehuda if so. Or you could say that no, the mechatas, they're batal completely. They don't even have the ability to make a lighter tumah. And the reason is because once it goes into an animal, it's no longer considered water. It's not liquid anymore. It's masriach. It's no good, and therefore it doesn't have the ability to be tam at all. Finally, we're talking about Rabbi Yossi and Rabbi Shimon. Rabbi Yossi and Rabbi Shimon have a shita. Yes, if a sheretz touches liquid, the liquid becomes tamei midiraisa. Now, what ability does that liquid have? Well, it has the ability to be metama food. It does not have the ability to be metama a kli. And the Gemara says that according to Rish Lakish, Rabbi Yossi said a shita according to his Rebbe Akiva. Rabbi Akiva takes the word yitma and he says it means, we read it yitamei, that it has the ability to be metama food. It doesn't have the ability to be metama kelim. L'maskonas Gemara, Rabbi Yossi doesn't hold like Rabbi Akiva, and Rabbi Akiva doesn't hold like his Talmud Rabbi Yossi. Food has the ability to be metama liquid. Liquid has the ability to be metama food, but food does not have the ability to be metama other food, and liquid doesn't have the ability to be metama other liquid. And we have a kavachomer that liquids don't have the ability to be metama another kli vessel. What's the kavachomer? If a kli made liquid tamei, nevertheless that kli doesn't have the ability to make another kli tamei. So certainly liquids that became tamei from a kli don't have the ability to be metama another kli. The Gemara thought for a second that perhaps liquids that became tamei from a sheretz have the ability to be metama kli. They should be stronger. So the Gemara, wait a minute, how do you even know that liquids that became tamei from a sheretz are tamei? You only know it from a kavachomer, from a kli. If you're learning A from B, A can never be stronger than B. So it can have the ability to be metama kli. The first yitma doesn't come to teach us that food is metama kli. Why? Because we have a kavachomer. Liquid, which is metama food, doesn't have the ability to metama kli. So certainly food, which cannot be metama other food, certainly shouldn't have the ability to be metama a kli. So what do we learn from the first yitma? Teaches us that food has the ability to be metama liquids. Why is that? Because liquids are prone to tumah. We know the concept of hechsher tumah. In order for food to become susceptible to tumah, you have to pour one of the 7 liquids on it. Yet, when it comes to mashkim, to liquids, they become tamei even without hechsher tumah. So therefore, they're mekabel tumah. Now, even though we're learning drushes from the word yitma, it's yitama twice, but a mikra yotzim de pshutai. The Torah does write it yitma. So what do we learn from the word yitma? we learned that it doesn't make tumah kiyotze. In other words, food doesn't have the ability to make other food tamei, and mashka, liquids, don't have the ability to make other mashkim tamei. Food makes mashka tamei, mashka makes food tamei, and that's the only way we have tumah. Have a wonderful day.